everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building another tiny house, another one that I did on stream. Also to get some help from you guys while building it. So this one is for a secret agent and I had a lot of fun building it, so I hope you will like it. Before we get started talking about the build though, I do want to just quickly remind you that I'm currently running a giveaway. So if you're interested in winning 1 out of 2 packs for The Sims 4, and they're whatever pack you want, by the way, like you get a free choice from the whole catalog. So if you are missing some packs, you know, that's a good way to kind of expand on your collection. But all you gotta do to join this giveaway is scroll down to the description box or the pinned comment and download this emoji blitz, then get to level 20 and take a screenshot when you hit level 20 and send it to me in a DM on either Twitter or Instagram. And my socials are, as always, linked under my link tree, by the way, which you can find in the description as well. And don't worry, if you're already level 20, you can still join. Just take a before and after screenshot of yourself gaining 5 levels. So say that you're level 20, you take a screenshot and then get to level 25, take another screenshot, and then send me both of the screenshots. And that is literally all you gotta do. So the giveaway is both worldwide and it includes console players as well, so all of you can join if you want to, and I highly suggest that you do if you are missing some packs for The Sims 4 and you really want a new one, an extra one. So yeah, but it should be super simple, so I wish you all the best of luck. And also, as a disclaimer, the link in the description box and the one in the pinned comment is a creator link, so all money that you spend in game actually helps support me and the channel as well. But yeah, I wish you all the best of luck. And the ones that won the last, because I know I was a little bit behind because, you know, booster shot and all that. I was just out for a couple of days or more than a couple of days, so everything YouTube related was just kind of not on my radar at all. But the winners of the last giveaway have been announced over on the community tab now, so for those of you asking on the last video, it has been resolved. I was just a little bit behind because I was not really able to sit up behind my computer at all for a while. Like everything, like I said, everything YouTube related, I just kind of know. So I'm sorry for being a little bit behind, but I'll try to be on it for this one, unless I get sick or I'm away or something. You know, you can't help it sometimes. But anyway, I wish you all the best of luck with the giveaway. So today we are building this tiny house that is supposed to be for a secret agent. When I started the stream, I kind of had this idea that it was going to be for 1 of 3 careers. I don't remember exactly what careers that I was talking about. One must have been a scientist. I don't remember the second one, and then the third option was secret agent. So I basically just let it up to chat to, you know, decide what we were or who we were building for. And they said that they wanted me to build for a secret agent because I kind of had this idea as well that if a secret agent was to live in this house, I already had this picture of the house ready as an inspiration picture before we got started with the stream, but I just didn't know who I wanted to put in the house. So they helped me out with that, and then I said, before they decided on it being the secret agent, that if it was going to be a secret agent, I kind of wanted to add a basement as well, because it's rare that I ever add basements to my builds, and since we don't deal with the what's it called? Not the tiny counter, the tile counter, you know, it doesn't really matter if we add an extra little couple of squares in the basement as well, so they can have their own little secret office or whatever we want to call that area. So they thought it was a super cool idea, so we ended up building for the secret agent, and I like how this house turned out. You will see what the basement looks like once we get to it, but I just kind of had this idea that I wanted it to be filled with like equipment and maybe a computer setup, and then, you know, chat also helped me add a map as well, and also clothes, because secret agents have a lot of black clothes for all their secret missions, so we had to add some of that too. So you'll see that once we get to the basement. But other than that, the house itself is pretty, I want to say, kind of incognito. Like, it's not overly personal in any way. It's quite, color-wise, it's quite tame as well. It's very black and white with gray and soft brown colors as well. I added a little bit of blue on the wall just because it got a little bit too incognito. And then I also later on added some other accent walls as well. You'll see once we get to that part. But other than that, like decor-wise and all that stuff, just wanted it to be stylish but not personal in, like, too personal, if that makes sense. we're supposed to be building for someone who's supposed to be a secret. So, or like their person at least. Take James Bond as an example. What is James Bond's hobbies? Like, what does he do in his free time? Does he even have free time? No, exactly. So, we're building for that kind of person today. Like, can you imagine James Bond either painting in his free time or playing the piano or gaming on his computer or something? I feel like that would, I don't know, that mental image just looks all kind of wrong to me. So that's just, that's who we're taking inspiration from a little bit at least. I still want it, as per usual with my houses, I still wanted there to be clutter. I still wanted it to be cute, a little bit crammed together. So we're just taking inspiration from it. It's not a duplicate of whatever James Bond's house looked like. I don't even, does he even own a house? Like, I don't really know. I don't remember seeing his own house in any of the, does he have a place to live? Does he, what? I honestly don't know. I feel like you see him at hotel rooms more often than at an actual residential house, place, whatever. So I don't really know what that would look like. Am I just misremembering something? I feel like I've watched the vast majority of the James Bond movies. Maybe I just don't remember if I've ever seen him in his house. Wow, if there's a James Bond nerd out there, please think about this and let me know, because now I'm actually like, what the heck? But we're just keeping it very non-person specific. I don't know if personable, personal, whatever. You know what I mean though. That's what we're doing today. So it's quite not plain. I want to say that the house is not necessarily plain because I do like how it turned out style-wise. It's just not, there's not a lot of decor to kind of point towards what kind of person lives here, except from here in the bedroom actually. I did add a poster, and I know that Chad was a little bit like, what are you doing? Because that's a poster of me. It's the James Bond inspired poster, which I feel like I get where you're coming from if you're like, why would you, as a secret agent who's supposed to be a secret agent, why would you have a poster like that hanging above your bed? But if you think about it, the best way to hide is to hide in plain sight, and I said that on stream as well, so it makes sense to add that poster, because why would you think a person would be a secret super agent? What? A secret agent if they have a secret agent poster? That, you know, that doesn't, secret agents would not have a secret agent poster. You get what I mean? Like, Spider-Man also would not have a Spider-Man poster in his bedroom, because that would be a little bit too like, you have connections with Spider-Man. Are you a fan? What's going on here? Except maybe they should now, because like I said, just my tip, if you're a secret something, just have a poster like out there that just screams, I am this, because people are not going to believe you. Okay? I feel like I just contradicted myself, but hopefully you got what I meant. Just hiding in plain sight. I feel like that's genius, so that's what we're doing with that poster. But other than that, also that item right there. Oh yeah, I also wanted the secret agent to have a dog, because I felt like that was cute, but I don't know who takes care of the dog while the secret agent is off on missions. Maybe the dog is very self-sufficient. I don't really know how that works. But maybe they've learned to open doors and close them and stuff so they can go outside and do their business, and maybe someone comes by and feeds them or something. I don't really know. Maybe they have like, oh gosh, what's it called? Like they said in Spider-Man, a computer guy. Maybe they have a person helping them when they're out on missions so that, you know, the dog will get fed and stuff. I don't really know how that works, but we're just gonna go with it. So this is the basement. The super creepy, very secret basement that is so dark. They basically end up with like a computer setup, not the monitoring setup from, that was such a weird way to say from, I was thinking at the same time, from Strangerville, not that one, because I still wanted the computer to be functional, and that setup from Strangerville is basically only for whatever, at least as far as I know, you can only use it for the missions or the quest or whatever it's called in The Sims that you do in Strangerville, so it would only be for decorative purposes, and I still want this house to be functional, so I decided to add an actual computer and then with an extra couple of monitors, and we're just gonna pretend like they use these computers to monitor stuff and spy on people, and legally, of course, it's not that kind of secret agent. They've not gone rogue yet, okay. But I figured it would make sense for them to have that. And then also bookcase, because they need to up their logic skills and whatever other skills that they need to be a secret agent. I think chat said logic and fitness you can kind of do by running around in the neighborhood. So I felt like a treadmill was kind of just gonna take up too much space. So I decided to just leave it out. And then, of course, they have some cameras for supervision as well. Is that even what it's called? Supervision? Spying on people? Yeah. And also, oh yeah, that map was also found by someone in chat as well. So thank you so much for helping me find that item, because I did not know it existed. I also added a security camera down here just in case there's a break-in. The secret agent needs to know who the heck is breaking into their home. I kind of imagine that the agent has the security camera feed hooked on to their phones, so they can just kind of, whenever they're out, they can always keep an eye on it if they want to, if they need to. And then the clothes were actually a suggestion by chat, but I thought it was really cool, so it also made sense that they have their like if we had, you know, other equipment as well in The Sims, which we don't, and I'm actually happy that we don't have stuff like weapons and, you know, stuff. I know they have a couple of swords behind the computer, but you know, other weapons. I'm happy that we don't have that kind of stuff in The Sims. I know you can get it with mods, but it's not something that I personally want in The Sims, to be honest. So, but if we did have stuff like that, that would also be, like, that kind of equipment would also be in the basement, hidden away, and just kept a secret at all times. Like, not even the dog knows what's going on in that basement. The dog's completely fully unaware of what's going on in that basement. And now we're working on the exterior again, because I got started with the interior before we'd even placed down the windows, because I wasn't really sure what kind of windows that I wanted to use and also where I wanted to place them. So it was a little bit easier to do after placing down furniture, just making sure that there was room for everything. Because, you know, sometimes if you place down windows and then you really like how it looks, but then you can't really fit down like a couch or something, because I personally don't like placing stuff in front of big windows, so like floor to ceiling windows, I just don't really like it. That's also why I use these ones from, I think they're from Snowy Escape quite a lot, because it does leave, like they're big and open, but it does leave a little bit of space underneath the window so that you can still place like a bed, or in my case, most likely not a bed, but like a bedside table or something underneath the window without it actually standing in front of the window, so it doesn't block any of the window. Yeah, it doesn't block any of the light coming into the room, which is why windows exist. So I just prefer not to place stuff in front of windows. So for this house, I just got started placing down the essentials, such as bed and kitchen counters, dining table, and also the couch. Actually, I think the bathroom was pretty much already kind of decided on. Although I did take out that window because I could not fit in. It would have had to be above the toilet, and it would also look super strange from the outside because it was kind of asymmetrical on that side of the house with the other two windows. So actually, I think it ended up asymmetrical anyway. But the point just is there's no window in the bathroom. It's fine though. But yeah, so we have quite a lot of exterior to do because we both got like choosing color scheme, even though that's done now, but also placing down the rest of the windows, and flooring and everything else has to be chosen before we can move on to the backyard. Usually I'll have that done before going into the interior, but I don't know, it just felt right to do it in this order this time. So yeah, it kind of surprised me a little bit because I'm so used to having everything done before I start the interior. So when I got to the exterior again, I was like, this is so great, what's going on here? Why is it looking so bare? So these two patches is where I'm going to end up placing down plants. That's where I'm going to do my little bit of landscaping. We don't do a lot of it for this house. There's not a lot of room left on the lot, and I also kind of wanted it to be minimal. We are building in Oasis Springs, so lush landscaping is kind of, I feel like it doesn't really fit in this area of Oasis Springs at least. There is one of the areas, I think it's the one in the upper left corner of the map, the one where there's only like 3 lots or something, and it's rather big lots. I think there's like 2 40 by 30s and 1 30 by 20. or two 30 by 20s and one 40 by 30. I don't remember exactly, but that area is fine to do more lush landscaping in. This, however, I feel like there's too much sand around and not enough grass or not enough surrounding plants or anything. So I just want to keep it a little bit minimal for the houses. I personally prefer when my houses fit with the surrounding areas, so that's something that I prioritize most of the time at least. Sometimes I overlook it, but purposely, but most of the time I prefer when they fit in the area, like when they match with the surrounding landscaping, so that's kind of what we're trying to go for. But the small areas are made out of slabs that are technically for pools or fountains. I don't remember which one it is. However, I've never actually used them for a pool or a fountain. I always use them for landscaping instead. I don't know, they just like look nice. And I know that if you place them way too close to a foundation or a platform, they will float in the air, but thanks to Tool, we kind of fixed that. So I got them raced down a little bit, and, or not raced down, sunken down, you know what I mean, it's fine. So that they wouldn't be floating anymore. So yeah, Tool turned out to be very helpful, thank you. But for the backyard, our goal was to kind of, this is something we came up with together in like during the stream, but the goal was to kind of make the back room, or the backyard a space. I've been watching videos about back rooms, by the way. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. But anyway, the backyard was supposed to be a space where the secret agent could have a lot of, not necessarily friends over, because I don't think they actually have a lot of friends, at least not close friends. I think they prioritize their job very highly. But it was supposed to be a place where they could have people over to throw parties and stuff and kind of use that as an excuse to not meet up with people for a long time. So like before they would go off on a job, they would throw a wild party, and then while they were kind of recovering from the party, you know, they'd be off on whatever mission they were handed. So that's what we're trying to do here. They have both a bar with bar stools. They also have a dining table that can seat 6 people, so technically you could have 10 people over total because there's 4 bar stools as well. There was no room for a pool, not this time, but there's also a grill, a keg, and also a hot tub. It's been a while since I've used a hot tub, but people were wanting me to add a hot tub, so I did. And it's kind of situated on a platform as well, so it's kind of closed off a little bit too. At least I try to make it closed off because I don't know, I feel like having like a hot tub out in the open in a backyard on a lot this small feels kind of awkward. So yeah. But that's basically what the backyard is about, if you were wondering. Also, there is a random column around or close to the hot tub. Just ignore it. Deleted it for the uploaded file, so just ignore it. But we are at the end of the video, so I'm gonna be wrapping up this voiceover now. If you like this build, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the trade files can be found on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below. And also, if you want to join the giveaway, definitely check out Disney Emoji Blitz. Follow the instructions at the start of the video. I wish you all the best of luck. If you like books, by the way, check out my other channel. It'll be linked in the description box as well. And that is all I got for you today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
If everything's alright, you say you love me, and that's all fine. But it's like I'm missing the passion in your eyes. Am I right?